their scripts ahead of time in like a week or two, and they have to read them over and over and practice in front of the mirror, and then they come to the first session and they read from the script. But they've already got it, and they can even act it out sometimes at that point. So you guys are thrown to the wolves right now. So just read whatever you need to read.
All right. I want to thank you very much for allowing me to come in and speak about this very important issue and activity that we want to bring to campus. My name is MannyVerSparkle, and I'm the Labor Studies Vice President here on campus. I'm also in the Labor Studies program. I'm a sophomore, and was part of the first annual, or the inaugural Labor Studies and Social Justice Fair last year. This year we're having our second annual Labor Studies Fair. It'll be held on April 28th from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. It'll be a day of activities and interaction with labor leaders, community leaders, and we're coming together to celebrate the contributions that the labor movement has contributed to society in regards to things that we take for granted every day, such as the 8-hour workday, overtime pay, vacation pay, holiday pay, workers' compensation, retirement funds. All those elements were products of the labor movement, and something that we take for granted, and we want to celebrate that. We're here to get as many students involved, because obviously after college you'll be going into the labor market, and we think it's important for you to understand what alternatives are out there for you. And right now, I'm having to get my partner here, Veronica, is going to tell you a little bit more about how the labor movement and the social justice fair can really enhance your school career here on campus, as well as prepare you for your future in the labor force.
I'm going to interrupt before you start, Veronica. That was excellent. I'll tell you why. He gave me an idea of how this is going to benefit me. Like, why would I even want to go to this? Because I'm going to learn about things when I get into the career market, or job market. And then also, not only the benefits for me, but benefits I didn't even know I had. Like the overtime, what'd you say, 8-day work week. The 8-hour work week. Or work day. All those things I didn't know. So that was actually very good.
What would you love to say, except for the time and place?
Then that's fine. And that brings up a good point. If your partner says something that, if he says something like, and now you're gonna talk about it, and you're like, well, no, he said it all.
Well, that's why it's important to have a second person. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's fine.
But the second person is watching, and for indicators. Someone might be like, just hurry up, please, and all of a sudden they hear something.
Yeah.
Right? Or they sit up straight, or they make a face like, what?
Okay, now you must be really experienced, though, because the average person, when they get up in front of a group of strangers, even though it's just, our peers, we're just all students, we're all people, but the average person, when they get, all of a sudden, they get in front of somebody, you get into that time warp that I'm talking about, where you don't notice things, time's moving, it's like the Einstein black hole thing.
For the person who starts the presentation, that's exactly what it's like.
But
that's why it's important to have a second person.
I know what this have the second person should come off. They'll sign Manny, right? Yeah. You're like, okay, thanks, Manny. My name is X, Y, and Z, and I just like to again remind you this is for Wednesday, April 28th from 11 a.m. to 9:30. Parking is here, food is there, dress this way, free. Perfect. Hope to see you there. Have a good day.
More of
what's
going to be going on there too.
Huh?
More of what's going to be happening there too.
But
he kind of told you what it was about, but he didn't really tell you that there's going to be some films being shown, there'll be some art there, there'll be people to talk to.
And that's going to be in your preparation. We don't have to do that all here now, but that's the important part of writing out your little spiel. You need to write. It's horribly goofy to have to practice a speech. It feels really stupid, and especially when you're doing it with another person, you just feel like this is kind of lame, But you have to do it, and good speakers do it walking up and down the hall. If you go to the theater department, you'll see that's basically what they're doing. They're practicing speeches. They don't care who's watching. They don't care how emotional, emphatic they get about it. They are doing it 100%. And for most of us, we don't have that acting gene in us, but we do need to practice in front of a mirror with a clock. You know, you need to have it almost like second nature. But what I really liked about what you did, Sparkle, is that you took Manny's conversation when he said, "Now I'm going to hand it over to," you said Veronica, but we're role playing here, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about the fair. But you were really confident saying, "How did you start? I forgot."
Well, that's I said thank you, Manny. I was like, thank you, Manny. Take the mic. My name is Sparkle, and to reiterate what Manny said, this is going to take place on.
And I like that. Okay, that's what you said, to reiterate or iterate what Manny said. And then you just go on your own way. If you feel like he handed you something you can't accomplish, or it's repeating something, just say, "Thank you, Manny. I'm going to tell you, just keep going your direction. Don't apologize or, say, well, actually, Manny, I'm not going to talk about that." Where'd you get that
Unless
idea?
they had it more organized to say.
So just move forward.
Let's they have it more organized to say, and this is almost too organized to say, "My name is Manny, and I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna give you the history of the labor justice fair." And then Veronica's gonna give you the background and the date and times and what to expect. The third person will be issuing, flyers, but that's almost like you would do that in front of I've done that in front of a class when we were presenting a subject, but when you're doing this, you want to make it exciting and fun because you don't want to get the boring. And then the freestyling part of it, like, "Thanks, Manny," and "Great," and even if they shake each other's hand or tag team or whatever, just to kind of get the younger minds involved, because the adults were in it.
And you're not going to have time to do all that other stuff anyway.
Right.
But that's the importance of meeting ahead of time and making your scripts. So that, and like I tell you, when you get nervous, the time factor goes wacko. I mean, it could seem like it's dragging on forever, or it could be like over like that. So the importance of scripts is I can't overstress that. You need to get together and decide what you're going to talk about and what you feel important to communicate. But basically, just the one, the journalism, what, when, where, how. How is important, and I think you brought that up. Just show up. It's free. I haven't heard that enough, actually. It's free, and all you have to do is show up.
Parking is free today?